All right, how's everybody doing today? So I've got my oil filter housing here. Took me a bit to get the filter off. It was on there really tight. I know I changed the oil not that long ago, but man, she was stuck on there. Just scrape some of this big chunks off of here. But I'm looking here, there's a screw inside and there's a spring. So I'm not exactly, I think that's the bypass, so in case the filter gets plugged, that you still get oil to your engine, but it'll bypass the filter. So we'll take a look at that here in a minute. I'll maybe even look it up, just verify that is what that's for, but that makes sense. Boy, just like the rest of the engine, she just caked on there. We'll get this cleaned up. Yeah, she was Pontiac blue at one time. Wow. Seems like every day I find something else I need to clean. Getting down there though on the parts pile, so we'll be able to start reassembling here shortly. I'm really waiting on the camshaft at the moment. I want to have all the pieces together, or have all, I want to have all the pieces before I start putting it together. Wow. Try not to scrape this up too much. I am going to paint it, but well, I think the oven cleaner is going to have to do its magic here. I think I'm going to leave that screw and everything in there. I'm going to try not to get stuff too much on the inside here. I'll just clean that. I think we'll leave that alone. Well, that cleaned up quite a bit of it. All right, let's give her another spray down. I think I'm going to leave it sit a little longer and let it really get down into these crevices here. Because as much as I want to dig them out, I know if I let that stuff stay in there a little bit longer, it'll just wipe right out. So let me spray that again. so that is beautiful. Wipe it down. I'm gonna tape off this side, tape off this side. See the two faces, this goes onto the engine, this goes onto the oil filter. So I'll tape those off. Ended up coming out super clean. When I rinsed it out downstairs on the sink, you could really, like everything disappeared. There's a couple little spots that I'm gonna just hit here real quick. But wow, that came out pretty good. Pretty darn happy with that. I decided to change the camera angle a little bit because every time I pick the thing up, I'm out of the camera frame and I'm not even realizing it. All right, so let's get her taped up so we can get it painted. I'll have to tape over this little guy also. I'll have to let him dry first, otherwise this stuff is not going to stick. All right. So this piece is all aluminum. So I will not be doing a primer coat with the black, with the Rust-Oleum like I've been doing before. We're just going to tape off the surfaces and paint them straight up with the engine enamel. Little Pontiac blue and we'll be all set. Paint is warm. It is mixed. It is going on. Let's keep practicing our light coats. Something I have a hard time with, that's a light coat. Get the edge, that's it. Light coat, done. We'll let that dry, get tacky, come back and do another one. All right. Another light coat. Okay, leave that sit for a while. And we'll come back. All right, that's dried for a while now. Give her the final coat. She's looking beautiful, so I really don't need much on here. I'm gonna try to get down into those creases a little bit better. But found if I stay a little further on the final coat, I tend to do a little better job of not getting runs. Here we go. That's pretty. That's pretty, just like she came from the factory. That's beautiful. We'll let that dry. All right, let's get the tape off of here. She's good. She's dry. Might be just a little tacky yet. Just a little bit. Careful, careful. Like I say, I just filled this with some weight. Stay. Fill this with some weight so it wouldn't tip over. Put them back. Alright, get this guy. might not come off of there as easy as I thought. There we go. We got her. Let's take this bottom off. There we go. It's looking pretty. Look at that. There we go. All right, guys, that was a really quick project. It took about an hour or so with painting and cleaning. It wasn't terrible. But unless you're going to do a remote oil filter location, you might as well go ahead and reuse the old one. Anyway, that's looking pretty good. Got paint places that I wanted. Didn't get paint on places where I didn't want it. That looks beautiful. All right, thanks everybody that's been watching the videos. Everybody that's subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I appreciate it. Comments are always welcome. If you guys have things that you've run into that you have done differently and you think it might help out, I really appreciate any tips. But there we go. That's just the oil filter holder. And yeah, boy, that's night and day from before. So thanks again, everybody. Have a great day. And join me in the next video, all right? Thank you.